What up, mother cluckers? How you doing, YouTube? Welcome back to episode 2 of The Constant Gardener. Slightly different surroundings this week. You are with me at my full-time job, just because this week's been absolutely hectic, so it's been a case of chasing my tail. Probably much the same with you. Everyone seems to have hectic lives these days. So yeah, welcome to a very, very chilly Yorkshire. So yeah, it's extremely cold. It's taken a turn for the worst. Probably most of you have felt that this week as well. So yeah, winter is on the way. Initially, thank you very much to everyone for liking, commenting, emailing me, and on the whole leaving very positive comments. Another shout out to the gents that I subscribe to on YouTube that I mentioned last week, whose descriptions are down below, or their links are in the description, I should say. I'm going to leave those up. All of those have contacted me this week. Really supportive comments. You know, good luck. Give us a shout if you need any help. So that's massively positive, and really kind as well. So it's always nice to have kindness. As the title says, Pimping my ride. So that is basically me just putting the signs that I spoke to you about last week onto the trolley, really. Bit of a clickbait if you like, but yeah, that's what it's going to be. You also probably noticed I had a lot of fun with editing the thumbnail and the intro as well. That I am here, like I said, I'm in sort of a small area of the kitchen garden at work, a quiet area, so I can record this. And with the intro, you saw the chickens that I look after as well. We have 23 chickens here that I have sort of inherited to look after, like you do. Strangely, but that's another story. So yeah, challenges that I've had this week, possibly a new toy, new work I've done. So yeah, it's been a pretty full week, like I said. I'm not going to get bogged down with the negative comments and stuff that I think, if you do YouTube, you'll know this. You put your head above the parapet, tin hat on, you're going to get verbal incoming missiles left, right and centre, whatever. I'm not going to mention them again. That's that. It is, like I said, on the whole, comments, emails, etc. have all been very positive, so thank you very much again. The challenges that I've come up against this week, or struggles, or however you want to put it, they blend into insignificance with, you know, what's going on in the world and what you guys are probably facing in your personal lives or whatever, so I apologise. I'm not trying to minimise that at all. It's just to give you an update of what's going on. As you all know from last week, the equipment I bought, I went out on a job on Thursday. Only had one job this week, or one day off this week. One of those jobs was just a small hedges, shrubs, garden tidy, no mowing. Arrived at the job, hedge trimmer out, didn't want to know. Now, when I bought this hedge trimmer, the hedge trimmer I paid £95 for, tested it when I went to pick it up. It started up absolutely fine. Sounded beautiful, no smoke, the blades engaged, they worked fine. Took it home, didn't think anything more of it. When it's under load, i.e. cutting limbs or pieces of hedge or shrub, no, it doesn't. Thankfully, this ties in with a couple of comments. Why do I use Stihl? We have a very good local Stihl dealership within about half a mile of where I live. Very convenient, very good. So if I've got Stihl, I can take it there. And also Stihl is pretty good equipment, or I think it is anyway, and I think a lot of you out there do. Might not be the best, but it does. And you know, added in with the convenience of having a local Stihl dealership, and also a shout out to Craig, who works at the Stihl dealership. So I took the hedge trimmer down to them on Thursday morning. Can you fix it? Yeah, we can fix it, but it's gonna, you know, you're gonna have to leave it with us. But very kindly, they lent me a Stihl hedge trimmer. It's the battery operated HSA 100. If you wanted to know any more about this, please zip over to Nathan's channel, Lewis Garden Services, as he did do a little review on this not so long ago. So yeah, we can lend you one, get you through today. Went back, did the job, loved it. It was great, like a knife through butter. Did everything I wanted to do. Took it back. They said, look, it is an ex-display. It is one we've been using in our shows over the summer. It's had a lot of work. It's all been maintained. All works fine, obviously. If you did want to buy it, we could let you have it for £300, including your hedge trimmer as like part exchange, which they'll obviously do up and sell. And with that, it's included one battery and a charger. So I've looked. I think it retails for about £320 bare. Well, it does on Screwfix anyway. You probably can find it cheaper elsewhere. Sorry about the road traffic noise and all the boy races and the drug dealers. One of those things. Hey, maybe one of them will stop. £300 for the hedge trimmer, the battery hedge trimmer if I do buy it, plus the £95. That's me in nearly £400. So it's like 40% of the initial capital or the initial investment for the business. It's a lot of money, but we'll see. It's nice, it's shiny, I love it. We'll see. So that's the new toy and challenges in sort of one, or struggles, whatever you want to say. Another small thing, YouTube, not the comments, the name, The Constant Gardener. It is possibly an infringement of YouTube rules. They have let me know. They haven't stopped the channel, obviously, but it is being looked into. I was aware when I penned the name The Constant Gardener that it had been a film and a book, but I just liked it because I'm always gardening all the time. So yeah, The Constant Gardener. So that might change. If it does, I don't think it affects people who are subscribed. I think the title is or the channel name is a different thing, but I will keep you updated with that. I'm briefly, again from comments, people have said, show us a bit of your work and da-da-da. I haven't gone down the lines of filming myself doing the work at the moment. I'm not very confident. They're new customers and me putting up tripods and that before I have a relationship with them. But I'm going to put up a video now of just a job that I did last week. It's just a quick before and after. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of the video down in the comments. What I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. It probably doesn't give you a lot of sort of material to work with, but there you go. I'm sure people will have comments no matter what. New work. So I have been chasing a bit of work. A lot of work has been coming my way, which is great. Again, this will double up with pimping my ride, if you like, with me putting the signage on. I did a job this week. Like I said, I only had the Thursday off, so I only did 2 small jobs. Trolley was outside the garden where I was working. I'd taken all the tools inside, left the trolley outside, and I just heard a, excuse me. That was an old lady, by the way. So I went outside, apologised, sorry, is it blocking the pavement? She said, oh no, she said, I've seen your trolley and seen your signage and what you're doing. She goes, would you mind popping around and having a look at our garden? There you go, that's what it's all about. Very cheap advertising, and it obviously works. Probably the same with you guys with on your van. And it's created a bit of talking in the village. You know, it's a small village, people like to talk. You get the curtain twitches. Who's he walking around with the trolley with all them tools on? I bet he's nicked them. But they stop, they look. Again, it is probably a unique selling point. So yeah, it works. Also, I have gone down the lines of a few comments have mentioned try the local groups in your area. So I have put together an advert again via the editing software that someone did recommend. I was going to just put up a Facebook post, Instagram post, targeting those groups. Hi, my name's Matthew. I have a lawnmower, and hey, madam, I can come round and trim your front bush, if you know what I mean. no, I didn't say that. Or I wouldn't say that. So yeah, it was just a little bit more professional on this software, where I could have my logo on, the services I provide, contact details, etc. You know the score. So I've targeted those. Again, those groups that everyone has, the mother and baby groups, you know, Stoke-on-Trent, Traders Association, advertise here, and Skegness smells of piss, but you can still put an advert in. Skegness doesn't smell of piss, by the way. It might do. I think that was from an old Viz advert in the 80s, and I do apologise. I know that because I lived in Skegness for 3 years when I was a chef. Good times, from what I can remember. But yeah, I'm sure Skegonians, whatever people from Skegness are called. People from Skegness, leave a comment, let us know what you're called, educators. So yeah, I put that advert in, and yeah, I can't remember, it might have been Maxwell Grass Cutting Services, and he said you will notice a, apologies if I got that wrong, it might have been one of the others, you'll get feedback pretty much straight away, and yeah, it went live and bang, straight away the phone was ringing, so brilliant. Word of mouth, a lot of bits and pieces from that. So yeah, it's all going in the right direction. So far, so good. Please remember, I am only supporting myself as a part-time contractor. I do have this, which is my full-time job. I'm not a full-time gardener here, by the way. I just do a lot of work in the gardens. We will have a chat about what I do full-time at some point, if you're interested. I'm gonna cut to the Pimping in the Ride video now. Also within that I have incorporated, because it's just me putting the signs up with cable ties. Well, interesting, riveting stuff. Another person that contacted me, Lewis from Renfrewshire in Scotland. 16 years old, wants to set up a gardening business. Obviously doesn't drive, can't even take lessons till he's 17. And even if he does pass very quickly, there'll probably be about a 10-year wait before he can even afford insurance or a car. It's ridiculous. It's all stacked against them. And he wanted to know a bit more about the trolley. In the video, obviously me putting on the signage, but I've also, to address Lewis and a few others, said, oh, how much stuff can you get in? Can you get enough in? Blah, blah. Of me just loading it up and unloading it, and you can see what I actually do get in. And a few people say there's no way you can run a garden business like that. Well, I can. When I do the quotes, I go to the job, we all do it. You'll make a sort of subconscious mental assessment of what you need for that job, access, etc, etc, etc. Again, Thursday, the job I did with the hedge trimmer problem, it was just hedges and a tidy. I'm not going to load up the mower into the trolley if I don't need it. So that's to answer that. So yeah, Lewis, I hope you get some interest, some knowledge from this clip, and I hope it sort of yeah, just gives you some enthusiasm to follow your dreams and go for it, mate. And more power to you. It's nice to see younger people out there who are prepared to work rather than the usual college and university route. There's nothing wrong with that, if that's what you want to do. But I noticed last night Harley's HD has just done a video on this. He's very much the same. If you've not watched it, check him out. Description, link below. Very good, young lad, making his way. You know, he's going to make mistakes. Don't attack him for that. Everybody makes mistakes, but yeah, it's great to see young people just getting out there and doing it. So you've got my support. So yeah, enjoy the video. Again, in the comments, let us know what you think. As I said last week, I will give you an update as we're going along with money I've taken. There is a lot of people out there, again, they're not the haters, as people say, they're just people commenting, you know, about the price, and you put this up on YouTube, your screenshots of eBay, but then you're saying, I'm not going to go into intricate detail of the finances. It's been done for under £1,000. You're going to have to take my word for it. Yes, listed prices on eBay, bidding prices at that time. I just took a screenshot. I've obviously paid more than those screenshots. And, you know, like I said, one of the hedge trim is broken down already. So, you know, I'm sure that will bring a lot of happiness to the naysayers, no doubt. Anyway, last week, as I told you, I did 3 jobs At that point, I think I'd taken, or had been invoiced for two £75 jobs. I've been paid for both of those. The third job was for £50. I've invoiced and I've been paid for that. So last week gave us a total of £200. There was a little 2-hour job that I'm doing each week. That's going to be a different episode, and a big question regarding that I will need your input with, but we'll get onto that. This week, like I said, only one day. Again, 2 jobs. The aforementioned hedge tidy trim stuff, that was a £90 job, and another small job in the afternoon, a very small a patio cleaning and just a tidy up for an older lady, that her son had said, you know, there's a lot of obstacles in the garden that he was worried about, so yeah, quickly whipped around there. That was an in and out sort of £65 job. So £145 for this week, £200 for the last week. If my sums are correct, £345. So we are now standing at a negative £645 from the £1,000 initial capital to keep you all up to date. So yeah, great, chipping away at it, going in the right direction, new work coming in. If I'd had that second day this week, that would have been ideal. But yeah, you know, I'm not going to try and run before I can walk. It is going to be around this full-time job. This pays the mortgage, this pays the bills, so I can't, like I said last week to the man, quite yet. I'm going to wrap this up now, guys. I'm not going to ramble on for ages and bore you. Again, thank you very much for all the kind words, comments and support. I'm going to leave this episode, Kelly, thank you very much for contacting me, Kelly. She said, I really like your John Lennon quote last week. She goes, why don't you do a bit of a thing on your channel, do quote of the week. So I'm going to do this. It's quite a good idea. This is Kelly's idea, it's not mine. To close each episode, I invite you all to leave quotes. They don't have to be serious quotes, they can be funny. I'd prefer them to be funny. This is quite a serious one. Kelly was saying about, you know, about the garden community really, and how it's nice to get away from real life. I guess that's what YouTube does, isn't it? And all what's going on in the world, polarization, hate, and you know, I'm as guilty as anyone else. I watch the news. I have very, very strong views on certain things, as we all do. And I can get a little bit militant at times. And it's probably a reminder to just take it down a notch or two, you know, because it's not a stretch, is it? You know, it starts with you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, and then we're on either side, and a little stone's thrown, then it gets a bigger stone and a rock and a whatever. We all know how these things start. I'm not a hippie, by the way, but yeah, it's just it's a very nice quote. So thank you very much, Kelly, and it ties in with the garden thing as well. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week. Like, share, subscribe if you want to. You're all adults, nearly, Lewis. So you can do what you want to do. So I will see you next week. Have a lovely week, and thank you very much again. So this is quote of the week. Somewhere between right and wrong, there is a garden. I'll meet you there. See you next week.